Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. I'm George Conley with Scratch Golf Tips. Today we're going to be going over two different types of bunker shots that you'll be needing on the course. One is with the 60 degree or whatever lob wedge you're comfortable with, which is a splash shot, generally higher, softer landing. And the other one is going to be a chunk and run, which is lower, a lot more spin on it, and I'm going to use my 56 degree wedge for that. So let's start off with this splash shot. Now this is a pretty full swing, so I like an open stance and an open club face. I'm going to draw a line right behind the ball. You want to make contact with the sand, probably 2 inches, maybe more, maybe a little bit less, depending on your club and your preference. I'm personally a little bit steep with my bunker shot, so I like to hit it a little bit further back. So when I address the ball, if I'm aiming at this yellow pin here, this would be straight on. So I want to not only open the club face, but flare my front leg out a little bit more. That's just going to accentuate me coming across the ball. And when I can come across the ball, it's going to allow this club to scoop through the sand a little bit easier and hopefully just get a solid strike. And obviously because of the open stance, the open club face, and the fact I'm using a lofted wedge, this ball's going to go pretty high and land soft, especially if you make solid contact, because you'll get that spin on it. So I'm going to take my club, open up the stance, open up the face, a little bit more knee bend. You want this club to kind of glide along. You don't want to stand straight and have it, have the risk of chunking it or it skidding through the sand. You just want to have it nice and open and let the club do the work here. My hands are going to be a little bit lower with the handle. Another way of just letting that club do all the work. Pretty big swing across the ball here. All right, I caught that one a little bit heavy. Still ended up on the green about probably 15, 20 feet short. Let's do another one here. Open stance, open face. Just want to pick it nice and clean. That one was a lot better contact. Still didn't really roll much, good spin on it, but still short. So let's do one more here. Now with this shot, you can definitely land it right around the pin, and it's not really going to go anywhere because of the height and spin. So those last two shots came out nicely, but the landing point just wasn't where it needed to be. So let's try and get this ball to land a little bit closer to the hole. Did land right at hole high, pulled it a little bit, but probably 8 or 9 feet there for the par. So that's the splash shot. It's a great shot like on a hole like this, which is short side. You don't have a ton of green to work with. It's a very nice shot to go with. Unfortunately, the margin for error is a little bit lower. If you take that big swing and you hit it thin, that ball could go pretty far over. So just be sure to stay compact. Definitely practice that splash. Now let's talk about a more safe option, which is the chunk and run. All right, now I've got my 56 degree here. This is going to be a fairly different shot in terms of the setup. I want a square face. My stance is going to be fairly square, maybe just a little bit open because that's what I'm comfortable with, but generally pretty square. Just take a little bit behind the ball here. That ball's actually going to be pretty spinny. Yeah, that sat down like a dog next to a fire. 5 feet. Not much backspin here, so I want plenty of green to work with. Let me know if you have any questions on these two shots down in the comments below. Both take practice. Both have times on the course when you'll need them. Thanks for watching. Play well and take care.